What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Mr. Homebrew. I got Laka on the left, running on 4.1.0, and on the right, I got Homebrew running on 5.1.0. Yes, it all does work across both systems. Dual booting kind of thing. I'm just doing something real quickly. Getting myself set up for you guys, waiting for people to enter the room, of course. We'll get to some gameplay real quickly. Just give me a moment, everybody. Fortnite. Yeah, I'd like to record Fortnite, but I'm probably going to have to record Fortnite. I don't know if I'm going to do it off my Switch. I'm probably going to do it from something else. What's going on, Doctor? Yeah, Majora's Mask. That's a great game. I was playing a bit of that myself, actually. I didn't progress too far. But that's probably something, now that you speak about it, I'm probably going to get back into it tonight. So what do we got right now? We got All Stars playing right now. Audio is working. I'm probably not gonna run it constantly. I did want to show you guys something, a cool little feature within Laka. It should be working. I'm gonna do something real quickly. Just give me 1 second to get myself set up for what I'm trying to show you guys. I'm gonna go to sound. Sorry, it's at the top there. I'm gonna set the music all the way down. Continue without saving, no. Accept. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go back again. I'm gonna go into my settings here. I'm gonna show you something real quickly. The Dolphin Core, that's coming up really soon, actually. You never know. We might have something for you guys tomorrow. Work's being done on Dolphin, that's for sure. But try not to make too many requests in that regards. Gotta be patient. I wanted to show you guys something real quick. Where is it? Just over here. Oh, where'd they go? They disappeared on me. So if I go here and I add to mixer, and I say, go to this, add to mixer, add to mixer. These are all songs that I made, actually, so you can find them on Spotify, iTunes, all that good stuff. I'm just trying to do something real quick, see how this works. Now, if I go to mixer, if you guys can see that real quickly, I should be able to play this song, play sequential. And then I'm going to turn my brightness down a tiny bit. There we go. That should be better for you guys. Let's go back into that game. You hear that? Watch. You hear that? That's playing from here, from Laka. Remember that. Just to prove it, see? I'm going to go back into the game. Got my own soundtrack running. Can't tell me that's not cool. Can't do that from Horizon now. But Laka allows it. So let's see what we got. Since you have Laka running 3DS core work, it's not officially supported. Download link for Dolphin. We'll have that probably up soon. Dolphin is a little... Yeah, it's going to need some work. How many FPS are you getting? What's this man talking about? This is PSP right here. It's running pretty nice. And I got my own music streaming from Laka to the Bluetooth, right? So it's not too bad. Standard. Okay. Tornado tag team. Fatal 4-way. Seems like having a four-way match is always hard on the Nintendo Switch for WWE. What is it? 2K18 or 17, whatever one's released. I'm gonna pick Stone Cold. John Cena works. Why not? Where's The Rock? I know he's here somewhere. Yeah, let's use him. And Triple H? Nah. We could go with Triple H. I'd rather someone else. The Big Show. I think we're ready. The DS emulator. I haven't really been playing around with that too much. It probably needs some work too at this point in time. Oh yeah, I got my PlayStation controller hooked up. Running my 8-bit though. Yeah, I know. I think I booted the DS simulator up way early in Laka, and it wasn't the greatest, that's for sure. Don't worry about 3DS right now or DS at this point in time. Give us some time on that one. WrestleMania, why not? Gonna turn off this music just cuz. Stop. There we go. All Stars. See how this works. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah. John Cena. Ha. Let's play some ghetto. Old school here. Look at this Mario game. Yeah. Yeah. The controls are so... They seem late when you play a game like this. Such a delay. It's not because of Laka or anything like that. It just... Old school game like this, they just weren't made the same for inputs like they used to be. Boom. We're just waiting for the intro. Ah, this guy took me out. The Big Show. He almost killed me. What do we got going on? Are the GTA games on PSP any good? Yeah, I'll go through them really quickly. They're actually running good. I had some other things I wanted to show you guys. I was doing Assassin's Creed the other day, and graphically it was running the greatest, but I figured out a setting that actually fixes some graphics in a bunch of games. I'm not the greatest at this just yet. I'm still getting used to the controls. I got to set up my controls for this game, seeing as obviously my D-pad is working for my analog and I don't need it to for this, so I got to turn that off. Boom! And just boof! Remember, I'm stone cold, everybody. Trying to take this man. Yo. Ah, get up. What's going on here? Wow, what was that? How did that work? Pushing everything and this guy wouldn't break out. What are you going to do? With using exFAT, yeah, there is a massive slowdown. It's running about half the frames, 35 frames per second in the menu as opposed to running 60, which it's supposed to. So it's not really something that's getting pushed to the public at this point in time. As you guys seen, I just died. We'll give that a rematch and see what happened. Yeah, I used it. I used the exFAT. It's not worth it. I was trying to see what was going on. It's not ready for public distribution yet, so I was the one who actually figured out that it was running half the frames. But yeah, obviously the developer behind Laka is the one who got it all together and everything for us. So, but it's not ready, so we're gonna wait a little bit. Who knows? Maybe in the next update, might have a little surprise. But until then, no major requests on exFAT. FAT32 is the way to go at this point in time. Um, there's not really a big problem. We don't really have a demand for ROMs or games over the size of like 4 gigabytes at this point in time, really, anyway. So, not until we get more to maybe there might be 1 or 2 Wii games that might actually go over the limit of FAT32 and file size, but I doubt that because we were discussing that, and most games are okay. Shin Budokai won't load on your Switch. Can you boot other PSP games? My guy wants to go for John Cena. And The Rock wants to come after me. Oh, how do I change, guys? I gotta figure this out. Gotta remember them controls. There's gotta be a way to switch up, guys. Nope, not that. Don't mind my terrible gameplay right now in this game. I knew it wouldn't be the greatest, but what do you expect? At least it's running. Boom! Irish whip your opponent. Okay. Oh! So as you can see, this is running. We're going to exit this real quick. We're going to jump into something else. Any game requests that I might have on the list, we'll see. What would be your top 5 Switch emulators other than Laka? Emulators? Well, Laka is the OS that runs it. As for emulators, if you're talking about homebrew, I would recommend SNES. What is it? 9X. Yeah, SNES 9X. 2010 is a good one. VBA Next is another good core. FCEUMM is a good one for NES games. If you want to play some NES games. Laka's good all around though. For most things. With Laka you can play Game Boy, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. PlayStation's running pretty good. PSP's running good. N64 is not too bad. It's playable. Was playing earlier today Mario 64. I was playing a bit in widescreen, which looked fantastic for N64 because it originally didn't come with widescreen. Without exFAT running Skyrim via backup would just be a dream. You can split up your backups. There's a way to split up your backups and they'll run. You just add all the files that are split up and you're good to go. Let's load up another game. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's load up another PSP game. Let's load up Dexter. Dexter, I want to show you guys something with this game. There's actually graphical issues in Dexter. I may have showed that in a previous stream. I may not have because of the issues, but I actually found out the setting that fixes that or corrects that issue that I was having before. So PFBA, since I don't have FAT32. PFBA is good. Remember, use SNES 9X 2010, VBA Next, SNES, VBA Next, And FCEUMM is for NES games too. So those will hold you over. Oh, look at Dexter. You see that right there? Let's go into those settings. And we're going to go all the way to this one. GPU hardware TL. See that? It was on. Now I'm going to turn it off. And bang! Now this is not always a constant solution. In some games, your frames may drop by 10 to 15 frames, which is almost unplayable for some games. For a game like this, actually, it makes it playable. So you can't complain. I didn't really progress, but I did start the game up earlier when I discovered that, as you can see. I'm going to show you the graphical issue again. Oh, it's not happening here. It was happening somewhere else. Press L and R to rotate the camera. Let's see if I could go back. See? Look at that. You see that? Not too good. Look and see. So again, that setting is GPU hardware TNL. When it's on, I'm getting graphical issues in some games. When it's off, I'm good to go. So keep that in mind with your settings. GTA, sure, I'll jump into GTA. Give me 1 minute. 1 minute and I'll jump into some GTA. I just wanted to show you guys that graphical issue. With this game, it's still running good with frames. So even with it on or off, it doesn't really seem to affect the frames in this game itself. We can show that by going to display frames. There we go. Then we'll jump back into Dexter. You can see the frames are at 59, 41.9. It's because I was in the menu there for a second. So now with that setting I was showing you guys a second ago, with it turned on, you get issues. Certain lighting and everything like that causes it. When I walk over here, it'll probably happen. No, I'm surprised. But yeah, like you look at that. So you turn that off and the game's playable. So that's Dexter. We're gonna jump into GTA. Shin Budokai works for me. I was playing tag team too. That game was working for me too. Let's show that real quick. A couple of those games. All right, so what were we gonna jump into? GTA we've done, but we'll jump into that in a second. GTA will be the next one after this. Dragon Ball Z. Shin Budokai is working for me. Just to show you. What's going on, everybody? You can see me in the reflection every once in a while. It's all good. Shin Budokai right there. Audio. Let's hope it's not too loud for anybody. So that's Shin Budokai. It boots up. No problems there. Jump into a quick match. Just to show you. I haven't really leveled anybody up yet. Move from me. What are you going to do, Frieza? Give me a chance to power up and you're done off. I'm going to kill him real soon. Oh, really? This guy got me just before I had the chance to whoop him. He would have been knocked out real soon. Come on. Got him. Done. Can't touch that. What are you going to do? Let's go. Should have killed him with the Kamehameha. Oh, I better get my hands on the switch so he doesn't knock me out. Oh, wrong button. Oh. Boom. Again. Should I take him out? What should I get him with? Oh, forget it. I'll do a little one. Missed him. That's surprising. Boom. Done. Defeated. Yes, the Switch is the best emulation device. No question about it. EP settings, they're just normal, really. Nothing's really changed in that regards. Internal resolution can bump up, but it doesn't really change too much for me, except for the frame rate might drop down a bit. It usually doesn't seem too playable at 2 times the internal resolution on a lot of 3D demanding games. So we got Shin Budokai playing there. As you can see, it was running nicely. What's going on, everybody? If you're just tuning in, it's your man, MrHomebrew. Dante's Inferno has a little bit of problems. Someone wanted Grand Theft Auto. Let's start up some Liberty City. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City, anyone? Good game or what? I think so. Boredom coming. Paper Mario, yeah, that'll be fun. That's a good story for that game. GTA Liberty City Stories with MrHomebrew. Think we got a save state? Let's see. What do we got in the garage? Hey, look at that. Everyone remembers that cheat from Grand Theft Auto. Who doesn't remember how to get 2 vehicles in their garage? Come on now. We all know that cheat, right? If you don't know that by now, here, let's show it real quick. Get off that bike. Get on that. Oh, I wasn't quick enough. Wasn't quick enough. Let's show. Get on that bike, drive in. Boom. See that? Remember that. 2 vehicles, not 1. What? Let's turn up some volume. So on this game, it does run fairly good. The audio does stutter a bit with this game. The video isn't. Seems to be running pretty good at least. It's not full 30 frames, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, as I said, with this one, the audio is not 100% right now. Liberty City Stories. It will be soon enough. Give it time. What? Got any weapons? We got a couple of things. Just a couple of things. Nothing too serious. What's going on, homeboy? Don't be scared. Yeah, this game was sick. Bang it. Sit down. I forgot how to do, there's a way to do free. There we go. I gotta change the controls. It's backwards. It's like I'm flying a helicopter with this thing right now. Down is up and up is down. Who designed these controls? Backwards. I know, I shouldn't be doing that. I'm gonna stop causing trouble. Bluetooth. I got a tutorial for Bluetooth. Just look on the channel, you'll find it. I'm gonna jump into Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, I think it is, next, just to show both GTAs running nice in that regards. Super Mario All Stars running Homebrew right here. On the right, running Laka on the left. Probably one of the best ones from when I see how compatibility's running. What's up, bro? How's it going? The fam's doing good. Fam's doing good. Staying healthy, that's for sure. And staying out of trouble. Vice City Stories. And then we got Super Mario 3 over here. Let's see if we got a save state to jump into. We might. We might not. No. It's not loading no save state on the left here. It's all good. Probably don't have one set up yet. So we got GTA, Vice City Stories. Starting off in the army base. This is a good game. You start off nice in this one. You're in the army base. You got some gats. Jump in a limo. Hummer. What else? They got the tank sitting there for you. That's always good. This game's really dark right now, being nighttime. Turn up the brightness for Laka real quick. Screen brightness. We were running at 60% screen brightness. We're going to jump back up to 80% because we like that. It's nice and bright for everybody. Vice City Stories. There you go. That's a little easier to see. So as you can see, this game's running nice. It's got a nice soundtrack. I think I know why this game's not running 100% right now. It's because I got GPU, hardware, and TNL. There we go. See? Frame rate's already jumped instantly. Just like that. Boom. Move. So as you can see, Grand Theft Auto's running nice. What's going on, Eclipse? Darius, Doctor, are the ways to stop N64 games from stuttering. Smash Bros has a bit of stuttering problems. Smash Bros on N64, let's see that real quick. Where's the N60? Well, let me make sure I exited PSP properly first. And then we'll check Smash Bros. Let's see how that's running. All the way down at the bottom. Super Smash Bros. Which version am I gonna start up? Probably start up this top one. Let's see how it runs for me. Remember, your micro SD card speed rating, everything does play a part. Oh, Super Smash Bros. Not starting. Ah, look what you did to me. Did it really just freeze on me like that? Well, that's no fun. So as you can see, Laka froze on me. No, I started the wrong one. I have two versions there, you could see. There was one on top of the other. The one just below was probably the one that I usually run. I'm gonna have to force it to shut down. And you know what sucks? Is I don't have my payload right now. So we're gonna have to continue the stream in just a brief moment. You know what? Let's see what we can do real quickly. Trying to think of what I have handy on me right this moment to get Laka booted back up as quick as possible. Yes, the Bluetooth just disconnected. So this is my handy little tool right here. Got my RCM jig. You guys don't get to see this too often. So I get to slide it in there. Look at that convenience. Look at this. Look at this little tool I got going on. Tell me that ain't convenient. Bang. Ready for a payload. It's ready for the payload. Now, I gotta hold volume up. Ah, it's turning on. I didn't put the jig down far enough. Look what you did to me, doctor. Look what you did to me, doctor. I'm booted right up now. I'm gonna have to power this down. I'm gonna have to get it back into RCM real quickly. The reason why it didn't go into RCM for me there is because I didn't have my jig pressed down hard enough into the port. This time it worked. Now I'm trying to think the most convenient way for me to send the payload while I'm recording right now. Give me a moment. Brief intermission. Everybody drop out of the stream or what? Hopefully not. I'm just trying to get my payload sending machine ready. As you can see, I got to get my laptop because my payload is normally sent from my cell phone and that is not an option at this point in time. So I'm going to be using my laptop here out of camera view to send myself a payload. Now excuse me for a brief moment. And where's my payload? Should be just over here for myself. There we go. Waiting to send to device. There we go. Laka should be booting up any second now. There we go. Well, we got it back up. Had to send the payload using a computer. I'm going to turn our Bluetooth back on. Maybe it'll auto connect. We shall see. Sorry about that, you guys. It was a brief intermission kind of thing. All right. We got Laka back up and running. There we go. Let's get this case back on. Bang. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Look at some of these games for PlayStation. Tomba 2. That's a good game. Tomb Raider, Tenchu, Spyro. Road Rash. Those are all good games. Now, before we had that shutdown, we were trying to boot into Super Smash Bros. 64, if I'm not mistaken. If this crashes lock again, I'm very disappointed because I was running this earlier. I was playing it. There we go. Thank you. Let's turn that audio down because obviously audio is not running the greatest. 24.1 FPS. Now, I might be able to speed it up by going into options. My GPU accuracy is set to very high. I could probably set that to high. And I could set my resolution down. That requires a restart. See, my resolution changed there. But I'm going to have to restart Retroarch to actually get that resolution to apply. Quit Retroarch, I should say. Right there, quit Retroarch. And then I'll be able to switch up the internal resolution of N64 there. So I'll go back to Super Smash Brothers. And it should run faster than it was running for me anyways. Where's this game? And the one I was running was the bottom one. So now we got 32.9 FPS showing there, which is a lot better. As you can see, Doctor. That background, I did that. I was going to speak to the developer and see if we can have like a custom thing going on. But we'll have to see. This way to save you guys a bunch of trouble when it comes to all that. So we're getting 28.5 frames. We dropped the resolution down a little bit, but it seems to be running a little better. 31.8 frames. One player. I'm going to pick Link. Starting out pretty good, pretty quick. The audio. Now that I did all that, I don't know. Let's see. Terrible. I guess the frames still aren't running necessarily the greatest. I probably could have still made some changes when it came to everything in the settings. Yeah, Super Smash Bros. Isn't running full. It's close, but it's not there yet. I'm not sure if this game's supposed to run at 60 or 30. It feels like maybe it's supposed to run at 60, but I could be wrong. Move from me, son. So yeah, this ain't running 100%. But I want to make sure I change back my settings there to the resolution I had it at. You want to see, I don't know if I still have it on here. I made a modded version of Mario 64. But I don't think I have it on here right this second. Let me check real quickly. Do I have modded games on here? N64 patched. Super Mario 64. See that? I got a patched version right there. This is widescreen. Watch how nice this is going to run. The resolution looks proper. Look at that. I'm not listening to that audio right now. And no, audio is not always like that. Look at that. Doesn't it look better when it's widescreen? Look at that castle. Beautiful. Nintendo. Haha. Yeah, right. There's nothing wrong with what we're doing here. Everything we're doing is good. You gotta love it. Besides, we paid for these games a long time ago. I had all of these games in my collection. I still do have many of them in my collection, no question about it. So I could bump the resolution back down. I did turn it back up before I jumped back into this game. I've been running for a while. I haven't overclocked or anything like that. It's not running full speed right now. It's because I still gotta alter some settings. Laka stopped running for me earlier. I was transferring some files and they scrapped on me. But what are you gonna do? I could change the settings. Probably see it run a lot better. Go back to what I had it at. Yeah, I think it was like that. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna quit. Restart. Maybe it'll run better. But that's a modded version too, let's not forget, right? So modded version, where's that? It's not in the same spot that all those ones are. So I gotta load content and then N64 patched. There we go. Let's see if that bumps the frames up a little bit. 35.1. My SD card's pretty full right now. Yeah, I don't really overclock too much. Not too constantly. I'm a regular right now, so. Yeah, it's running a little slow for me right now. I may have to fiddle with some settings in a bit. See what's going on with that. It's all good. Got other games to play. Final Fantasy 9. Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 7 was running nice, if I recall. It's running a little slow all of a sudden. It's got me thinking. This game's running a little slow right now. It was running good. You know what? I'm exiting that game. You know what it is? Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Something's not right. See, I had to transfer everything back to this micro SD card because I had scrapped Laka. Something went wrong. It's all good. You know what? Maybe I'll start up something else. Final Fantasy VIII. I know that was running real nice. But if things aren't running good right now, there may be reasons for that. Maybe I should be rebooting my Switch again. We have been running for quite a while. Yeah, this is running really slow right now. This is not the frame rate it should be running at. Oh, you know what's going on right now? Oh, I know what's happening. Are you kidding me? Look at my frame rate in the menu. If you're still in here right now and you've been witnessing, look, how many frames do I got right there? I want everyone to witness that. What is that number? What number is that right now in the menu? Answer me. How many frames you see right there? How many frames is that in my menu right now? I can explain that. See that? Yeah, 35. You got that right. You know why it's running like that? That's exFAT. exFAT. That's why. Now, my SD card is not in that format, but the method that's used to run it, I was testing with the payload method I just used. Now, as you can see again, 35.3. Okay? That's how exFAT is running right now. Now, again, I'm going to repeat. It's been running half the speed. I can't believe it. And you know why it started? It started ever since the Switch crashed, Laka crashed, and then I had to reboot it. Wowzers. So you know what we're going to do? I'm going to take a minor break. You guys go get a drink, do what you need to do, grab a beer, all that good stuff. Whatever you guys do on your spare time. And I'm going to get this bad boy running back up to full 60 FPS. 60 FPS. Because that 35 is completely unacceptable. And I can't believe we've been running like that for a little bit. But now you guys just got a glimpse into how exFAT would be running for you. Because the only way you could get exFAT running is using the payload and everything that I used right now to boot. And the payload does work for FAT32. So that would explain why it's doing this right now. So I'll be back. I'm going to boot up Laka with the proper payload, whatever you want to call it. And then when we get back into this menu, you're going to see 33 is going to be up to 60. And when I launch all those games really quickly, some of those games, they're going to be running a lot better. But you guys now have a perfect demonstration of why we don't have exFAT compatibility. It's your man, Mr. Homebrew. We'll be back real quickly. Yeah, keep playing Majora's Mask. Maybe I'll jump into it quickly or something. No, you can't have Laka on the SX Pro dongle. The SX Pro dongle is not capable of sending the payload specifically the way it's required. It's just not capable at this point in time from my understanding. And as for this, I'm probably going to put this bad boy to sleep. I'm going to turn off this switch for a little bit, see where it's at, and then we'll be back in a little bit Mr. Homebrew is going to get this switch back up to 60 frames per second. And yeah, that's about it. You know, it would be funny to do a quick demonstration of exFAT versus FAT32. Maybe I'll do that. And when I say we're going to be back soon, I don't mean tomorrow. I mean we're going to be back in like 10, 15 minutes. So stay tuned to the channel. Peace.